Hey everyone, EnigmaCoinCollector here, and we've got a junk silver purchase for you today. Now, I went to my local coin shop, which is about 35 minutes away in Ohio, and I do this about every other month or every 3 months just as a way to build some inventory for the streams, getting my jars and tubes of Walking Liberty, Benjis, and Kennedys all set to go, get some silver purchased for box donators, but also to see what kind of stuff I can get for my collection, because I'm looking to expand that. Now, this trip I did elect to go over quality over quantity because I wanted to get some harder to get coins as opposed to just filling some holes in the albums like I've been doing in the past. So without further ado, let's get in to see what I picked up my next junk silver purchase for my collection. Up first is actually the only non-silver items in this pickup. I picked up, for a very reasonable price, a almost complete set of the 2017 enhanced proof coins from San Francisco. Now, the reason they were cheaper is because I'm missing the nickel, the dime, and the penny. But I have the enhanced proof $half, and this is the main reason I picked this up. You can see that it's in an ANACS slab, which I don't actually prefer. I do prefer PCGS. You can see that they've released this as a first strike coin set of 119 of 1,863. Now, I don't have this coin, and actually, this $half is the reason I picked up this set, because I want to add it to my collection, and I'm probably going to submit this to PCGS on a future submission video. So that's the primary reason I picked this setup, because it was such a good deal. I do have all 6 of the quarters and the dollar coin. I'll show you each of them here real quick. And what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do is, for all the coins aside from the $half, I'm probably going to end up using them as giveaways on my live stream. And I got a pretty good price on these, so I feel comfortable doing that. So if you're interested in getting one of these potentially on a live stream giveaway, make sure you stay tuned for my live streams. But they are cool coins. I just don't collect all the varieties of quarters and other denominations. And here's the dollar one. Just because there's so many of them, and just not something I'm into. I primarily got it for the $half, which I'm going to submit later on. So I'm going to be keeping that as part of my collection. But that's the first thing I picked up. I thought it was pretty cool, and for a pretty good deal too. The next thing I picked up, a harder to get Merc dime. I don't know if you can see it. I will take it out. This is a 1921 key date Merc dime, which I did not have. It is worn. I know that. It's my first 1921. I got it for a pretty good deal. And this is going to fill a hole in my album that would be hard to fill via coin roll hunts or junk silver purchases. So I had to request this one specifically. I know it's G4 borderline, but you know what? It was a good price. It was affordable, and it's going to fill a hole in my album. So happy to have a little Merc dime as part of the pickup. The next things I got actually came into the store while I was there. When we got there, there was a gentleman selling his father's collection. We waited till he was done before we went up and took a look at what he had sold to the dealer. And he had some key date Walking Liberty halves that I just could not pass up on, because I need every single one of these for my album. So I'll show you them individually here. Picked up a 1916D obverse mint mark. And these are actually in not too bad shape, considering the fact that they are, obviously circulated examples. I'm not looking for pristine examples for my albums, but they are decent quality. You can see the date clearly. There's a lot of wear on Liberty herself, but you could see pretty much all of the defining features of the coin. So I was happy to pick that up. Definitely above G4 in my opinion. Slightly above. The next one is the 1921 Philly. Again, you can see the date. It is heavily worn. I totally get that. But again, this is going to fit nicely into my album. It's probably going to be a long time before I get to upgrade these coins, just because of how much they go up in price and higher grades. 1921 S. You can see the S mint mark right there. And it was kind of cool getting these all pretty much a half hour after they came into the store. He turned them around pretty quickly. And then the key date, the 1938D. And honestly, this is in pretty darn good shape, in my opinion. I mean, you could see most of the features that would be there, and there's the D mint mark. I don't really have to bring you too close to that. I was really impressed with this. It's a pretty nice coin, and I like the old school flips. I'm going to have to take them out, though. They are going to go in my blue albums for sure. So I was able to get some key date walkers. I'm really excited about these. They're going to fill a lot of hard to fill holes in that album. Next up, I had to get some Morgans, and I'm really, really excited to show you what I picked up. First one is a 1878 7/8 tail feathers. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but it is for sure, let me see if I can get that zoomed down, the 7/8 variety. I did scope it at the shop. I don't have this one in my collection, and it was a really good price. Again, I'm not looking to buy pristine examples of these coins. I just want to build sets at the price point that I'm capable of affording. And to get one of these at a good price, I was really excited to do so, especially a 7/8. So that's going to fill one of the very first spots in my Morgan album. So really happy to get that. Probably my favorite coin of the pickup, though, is this one. And all I got to do is show you that mint mark. It's a Carson City Morgan with some awesome toning, and I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera. 1890 with some beautiful rainbow toning, especially around the dollar and all around the sides. So this is my second Carson City Morgan. Really excited to have this. It's actually better than my other Carson City Morgan. There is some wear on her cheek and the hair. I get that. It's not a pristine example, but again, this is what I can afford, and it gave me a good price on it. And I'm really, really excited to add that one to my collection. And then I picked up a third Morgan, and I picked it up because of two reasons. And here it is. It is in a capital holder, capital style holder. And it is one that I need for my book, but I don't think I'm going to put it in my book. I'm going to try to submit this coin, I think, because I think we can try to get a proof-like designation on this. This is an 1888 Philadelphia minted Morgan. And I know on the obverse it's not quite proof-like, but there is definitely a good amount of cartwheeling going on. But the reverse, man, that looks, check that out. So I know it's a risk cracking this out and sending it. I know it's not going to get a super high grade. Otherwise, I would think someone else would have done that, or the dealer himself. But I'm going to try it, I think, because I want to try to do this. It's a fun experience. It's kind of exciting. Worst case scenario, we get it back with just a straight grade. But we're going to, I think, try to submit this and try for the proof-like designation on this coin, because I think it has a chance at getting it. I might be wrong on that. So the two reasons are, one, it fills a spot in my book, worst case scenario. And two, I want to try for the proof-like designation. It just looks great. So let me know in the comments below if you think this is worth sending in. I think I'm going to do it. Let me know what you think. Those are the Morgans I picked up. And the last thing that I picked up is the oldest United States coin that I now have in my collection. And I think I'm going to try to send this to PCGS as well. This is an 1854 half dime. And it looks great. I don't think it's been cleaned. The dealer said he thinks it looks great. It doesn't look cleaned. And this is by far the oldest United States coin I have in my collection. 1854 seated half dime with arrows by the date. Now, he has it marked as an extra fine 40, or whoever put this in this capsule before me. And looking at the values and what I paid for this coin, if it grades an extra fine 40, a straight grade, I'll break even. But if it goes higher than that, I will improve the value on my investment. So I think it's worth taking that risk. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see how awesome the details on this coin are. I think it's worth the risk, like I said, as well as that Morgan, sending it in, shooting for an XF45 and preserving this coin, because in all honesty, I doubt I'm ever going to have a halftime album. Do they even make a halftime album? But it's something that I want to do. And again, worst case, I get a slabbed 1854 halftime in my collection, which is the oldest one that United States coin I'll have in my collection. And it's a cool way of preserving it because it's moving around in here. I don't really like that. So let me know in the comments below if you think it's worthy of a submission. Well, that's what I picked up on this trip. I hope you enjoyed taking a look with me at what I decided to get. I'm really excited to get these coins either in my collection or on their way to PCGS, because I do think I'm going to send them, although I'm not quite sure about those Morgan and the halftime yet. But let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Either way, I had a really fun time adding to the collection. I'm excited to put them in, and we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to wrap up the video. Let me know if you like these types of videos. I don't do them very often on the channel, but if you want to see more junk silver purchases in the future, just let me know. If you like this video and want to see more like it, click that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified when I release new content. Would appreciate a thumbs up. If you got something to say about many of the things we talked about in the video, leave it in the comments below. And remember, it's always a mystery until you go to the coin shop and see what they got on the inside. Thanks for taking the time to watch, everyone. I'll catch you on the next one.